to the
Totally missed
We
that
Made
count
It
in.
podcast. We are here immediately. If you're joining us live, we appreciate your followership and listenership tremendously.
It's tremendous.
And if you're listening to this when we post it, like a regular episode, we also appreciate you so much. Please tell your friends to come listen to us as well. Um, Hi, Colin.
Jenna,
What up?
nothing, nothing.
No,
Just
zero
I'm trying
things.
to live my life completely empty upstairs. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to just sit there and
Ah,
be water. No, not
right.
even that. Just trying to be like checked the fuck out, and it's hard to do.
There. My mom said something along these lines, but to be, naive and perhaps you don't see the world for all the versions in which it exists is
Mm,
perhaps like to anyone's benefit in life because you're not like jaded by seeing the yucky stuff, you know?
yeah, you.
Ignorance is bliss.
I I just wrote that down. I remember vividly in grade 5, and my fucking I'll never forget this teacher. He leans over my desk, his big fucking knuckles on my desk like a caveman, and he just looks at me and he goes, "Ignorance is bliss." And I looked at him, I was like, "I don't even know what that means." He goes, "Exactly." And when you're like looking back, you're a piece of shit, man. Who talks to kids like that? Like, holy frig.
Every adult at that time.
Oh, it's so true.
It's
He
like
was,
why millennials are so triggered by shit is because we heard this kind of stuff growing up all the time. We are just like, What?
yeah, I
Said
specifically
what?
didn't want this teacher because I knew he was a hard ass. And I was like, God
Oh,
damn
you
it.
knew he was this
Yeah, I got to
way.
deal with this at home and at school now.
Yeah. No breaks, no days
No
off.
breaks, no rest for the wicked.
No. That's another quote. I feel like we were deep diving into quotes for a while. Do you think we should look these up? That quote, ignorance is bliss.
It's kind of a self fulfilling prophecy if we have to Google it. You know what I mean?
It's clear, but I wonder if there's like a history or something about
Like
it.
how it came to be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I learned how the word soccer came to be.
Ah, okay. Hold the soccer thought. Ignorance is blah, blah, blah. Ignorance is bliss, a phrase coined by the English poet Thomas Gray in his 1742 Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton College. In knowing
I always
nothing,
called it
life is
Eton
most
College, but
delightful.
I don't
Eton.
know.
Okay,
I
Eton.
don't know if it's correct though. It's one
I
of
don't
those
know.
ones where like you've never heard it said out loud, but you've
Frank.
only ever read it. What
Sorry,
did
just
Frank say?
he said bow chicka wow wow. Hi
Ooh.
Frank. Love it. Love it.
Frank is with us. Thank you so much, Frank, for joining.
How do I do a thumbs up?
Oh, I don't know. How do you do a thumbs up?
I
You
don't
can
think it
show on
lets me. I have to
stream.
do
Bow
something.
chicka wow wow.
Ah, don't you love that?
I don't know if that'll show up in the recording or if it's just for while we're live, but I like that we can
Oh,
show messages
I
and
hope
it's all
so.
big and bold. It's easy to read for my old ass eyes.
Okay. Does your old ass brain remember the other quote that we had
Oh,
just mentioned?
I said no rest for the wicked.
Okay.
I just want everyone listening to know that our production is 100% authentic. We don't have a Foley artist adding in that clicky clacky keyboard sound in post production. That's
No, that's me.
pure authentic as she's typing live sound, and you can't replicate that.
There's Oxford Dictionary website replaced the word no peace for the wicked.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Rest and peace could be used interchangeably.
Right. Translated proverb from the book of Isaiah, verses 48:22 and 57:20 and 57:21. Quoted in biblical sense for centuries.
What are the Bible quotes or the
Let's see if they tell us.
like is I'm assuming it means
Humorous secular sense popularized from the 1930s. Sorry, go ahead.
is this just a paraphrase of those Bible verses?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look them up and find out. Let's see.
I'm so
All right,
congested, I
so Isaiah
apologize.
48:22, there is no peace, says the Lord, for the wicked.
Okay, so it's just like
A literal paraphrase.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money doesn't grow on trees. Do you think that whole song is just shit your dad used to yell at you?
Maybe. But the wicked are like the tossing sea, which cannot rest, whose waves cast up mire and mud. There is no peace, says my God, for the wicked.
Good thing I'm so nice.
Oh my God, I just want like Samuel L. Jackson to quote that. Is there
Ain't
a
no
way?
rest. Oh, I bet you could do like an AI
I was just gonna
Samuel Jackson
say,
AI. Yeah.
could Samuel Jackson AI this for
Ain't no
us?
motherfucking rest for no motherfucking wicked.
Exactly. Samuel L. Jackson text to speech AI voice. Oh my God. Okay, guys, get ready for this. Get ready. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to give it a go. Click listen or type your own text here. Okay, I think I'll have to put this up to my headphone. Play.
But the wicked are like the tossing sea, where it cannot be quiet, and its waters toss up mire and
I wonder
Oh,
if I'll be able to
dang.
I might be able to go in and up the volume for that section in post. So it's a little bit louder.
Oh, okay. And then,
'Cause
sorry, this too. No, it's going to make me pay now, isn't it? Rude. Got the first one free, Jenna. Oh, look, this is. Anyway, you can get other people to do your AI voice. I should probably give it credit to that website. Uno momento. So I was just on Top Media AI. Media AI.
Media AI. Media AI. Like is it dyslexic people are gonna be so fucked.
This is maybe where I'm struggling. Top MEDIAI.com.
Oh yeah. So it's like
Voice dash store slash Samuel dash
do they have
L
a like a
dash
brand logo
Jackson.
or anything that writes it out?
It looks very nice. Here, I'll share screen.
I just wonder if like how they're trying to get it. Do they just add the I so that it's media AI, or is media a word?
Here, does it show?
Is media the plural of media? No, that's not true. Media is the plural of media.
So like up here.
Oh yeah, media AI.
Yeah, media AI.
Top Medi AI. Medi is Medi a word?
Well, this is it. I'm not sure. So I have you ever been tested to see if you're dyslexic or whatever the dyslexia for numbers is called?
I have not been formally tested for anything like that. No. I did pretty good reading in school, so I didn't draw any attention that way.
Okay. I my reading is good. Words are good, but numbers. Oh, holy moly. I mix those suckers up all the time.
I think there's a specific one for numbers. I used
How
to
do you
pretend to have it so I didn't have to
used
do
to
math
pretend?
class. Dyslexia for numbers.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jamie.
Dyscalculia.
Dyscalculia. Okay. Makes sense. Calculating with numbers.
Specifically affects number sense, mathematical reasoning, and the ability to perform basic math operations. I'm so dyscalculated.
Same. How do I get
Dyscalculiad.
diagnosed? How do I get
Yeah.
diagnosed for this, Colin? Please tell me.
Well, let's see. I wonder how to get diagnosed.
Get
Well,
diagnosed.
you know what? There's going to be the same fucking advice everywhere. Go see your family doctor, so you'll never get diagnosed.
Man, I don't want to say I love our family doctor. That sounds like so dramatic, but she's awesome.
You know, that's
She
the
is so awesome. Everybody else agrees she's awesome, i.e., all her patients, and they want to see her all the time. She's booked like 3 months away, almost at all times. Like probably not the summer. She's probably good then, but like once October hits,
yeah, all the diseases start going around school
yeah,
age kids.
yeah.
Oh,
She's
damn.
like, please get your fucking flu shot, you assholes, so that you don't come to my office with the flu asking me what's wrong.
Try
She
to
never has said this. I'm just trying to read her mind, you know? I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm trying to adjust my camera so that our heads are roughly the same size.
Oh, nice.
I'm
yeah.
sure that'll present a
Ratio
better
so
viewing.
that we're not
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, like top. Yeah.
Perspective. Is that perspective?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way
Sweet.
people don't get sick looking at a big head and a small head, or just my
Yeah.
face, because you know what I mean. That'll make them
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
for sure.
Hundy P, but
You said you loved her. Do
Yeah.
you? It's
She's fabulous.
obviously very clear that she's a super nice person, and she could easily be very lovable. But are you just super grateful that you A, have a family doctor, and B, that family doctor is incredible,
Uh,
that you feel like you need to love her when in fact you probably just deserve to have such a good family doctor?
I mean, all of the above, I think. She is genuinely she is so well informed. I don't know where when she has the time to do any of this because not only is she seeing patients all day, she also has 2
Podcasts.
days where she's in the hospital, like working in the hospital in like the OR.
Oh damn.
And if that's not enough, she stays on top of all the research. She's like constantly reading up on publications and things like this. She has 2 kids that are young. Like I don't know if her daughter's the youngest, but was like born in 2014, 15, something like
Right.
that. So like young. Um I don't know. How do they do it? Some people are just so high functioning, I think. She's one of them. So it's good she's a doctor.
Yeah, I don't know where they get the energy. Do you think you could be a surgeon?
I have thought about this. No. No.
For what reason?
Like my manual dexterity.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It has
I
nothing to
think
do with
I
like
could
an
do
aversion to stabbing people or cutting them open.
I don't want to say I realized this, but when Jordan was in his accident, I saw them drawing blood and I had never really been bothered by that
Oh,
before, but then I saw like someone who I loved having this done to them and I was like, "Oh, I don't feel well." And then now I can't watch myself do it either. It's almost like it hit different, if
yeah.
you will. And it's like changed. So maybe I couldn't from like that perspective, but I think there was a time where I could compartmentalize all of those things and just be like, my task is this. But I don't trust the precision of my
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I always thought I don't know about I think the precision I absolutely would be able to do it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't I don't think I'd be interested in cutting people open.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something, and I think if I was going to be a successful surgeon, I'd have to get mad before the surgery, so I'd have a reason to
Oh.
slice them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Sort of like George
I didn't think of
Foreman
it like that.
before he nails in and hammers a nail. He's got to get mad at it before he hits it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then I could be like, okay, this all adds up in my brain, but my brain is telling me, why are you cutting open, or why are you like stitches, for example? I don't think I'd want to give anyone stitches, just
Sutures. Yeah.
sutures.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I've obviously never been in this situation, so I can't say for sure, but part of me thinks that if I knew I was helping someone, then that's just what I had to do. That's
Fair
part of the
enough. Yeah,
job.
I worried that I'd be
Maybe
pulling one of
maybe that's
these.
my
You know, like
my
you
autism.
you
Yeah.
you got your hands going, and you got
Right.
one of
Yeah, you don't want that.
those dry heaves coming up.
Yeah.
I guess you're wearing a mask though, so it's not
Wearing a mask.
yeah.
There may be some odors. I don't know what to expect where that's concerned. I feel like it would just be like probably a lot of like that smell of blood. Like I know they say blood doesn't have a smell, but I think there's a smell to it.
So when we do command post operations, there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people in a small space,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the rules, you almost never have to bring it up.
Don't bleed.
No, I mean, you almost never have to bring up this rule, but you have to every now and again. Is you don't fart in the CP,
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
because it's already cramped. Everyone's probably sweaty and smells gross anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just drop a live one in there, and it's just no bueno.
No bueno,
Do you
yeah.
think that for some of these surgeries, do you think they fart in their surgery? They can't excuse
That's a really
themselves, I
good
don't think.
question.
Do
They
they
can't.
tag in and out? We should ask Cheryl that. She'll know.
So I have wondered this. I don't know because I've heard of these. They're like it's like the lore of surgery, perhaps, but like an 8-hour
Yeah, exactly.
knee replacement or some.
Yeah.
I don't know how if that's how long some of these take, but yeah, or like open heart surgery or whatever, like something that's like very particular that maybe requires a lot of steps. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've definitely heard of them being in the operating room for long periods of time like that. That's your
Do you
whole
think they're
day.
just
Like
so
I'm just thinking of
focused that their body is just not even doing any of that kind of stuff?
I wonder. I do wonder. I also this is gonna sound like very random, but my midwife when I was pregnant with Anson, no, I'd had Anson, and when I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember it so clearly. Anson was not a great sleeper, and I remember talking to my midwife, and I was like, he's like 2 weeks old, like why won't he just sleep? Like just let it go. I was like, he's just hanging on to being awake and he's exhausted and he's screaming at me. No. And then anyways, he would eventually sleep. And then he'd be better and he'd wake up and he'd be like, "Ah, happy baby." But I was like, it's like he's torturing himself. Why is he doing this? And she described some babies that she had cared for that just never napped from day one. They were
Good
just
Lord.
awake. And I was like, those poor mothers. Just what? Are you kidding me? And I read a statistic or heard a statistic or something. Um or maybe this is something she told me based on stats. I can't remember. It's all so foggy. But the more or less surgeons are usually like you can tell who's going to be a surgeon based on how much they sleep so young. And these babies who don't nap statistically often become surgeons because
Oh shit.
they can function so well on no rest. And it's obviously a very small
That
percentage of the
is
population, but
such an interesting stat to have in your back pocket.
yeah, I wonder,
Like, what are the
gosh, I
chances?
never like fact
This is like
checked
the
it or
Slumdog
anything.
Millionaire of podcast episodes.
Oh man, so much data. Yeah, oh my god, wasn't that movie just amazing though?
I preferred Michael and Holly's parody of it in The
Uh
Office. Yeah.
Yep,
More money
totally.
than I've seen in my whole lifetime.
Referencing, yeah. It's
Hey,
like as a concept, like referencing just like these random peculiar moments that set you up for this game show later on in life. Like,
yeah.
just what the heck? Yeah.
I want to have a job where all I have to do is come up with ideas for other people to turn into shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I got so many great, every now and again, just an idea comes into my head. I'm like, that'd be a great episode of a TV show, or you could slide that into a movie somewhere, or you could
Okay.
write a book about this, or
Yeah.
you could make whatever, you know. I just can't do anything after the idea because I don't
Okay.
care enough.
Yeah.
But I want to figure out how to monetize the
The
magic
idea.
that's coming from this place. It's
Yeah.
some of it. I should start writing it down and and
Somebody,
sharing the ideas with people.
what are you laughing at?
Oh, I just think that I think they're great ideas. If I
Oh,
shared
I
them with
see. I
people,
see.
it
They'll
would course
chop them
correct.
apart. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an
Be like,
absolute
"Oh, terrible.
moron. This is you should not be sharing this with people.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, we'll see. Maybe this could be a segment in the show, Colin's ideas. Start
Yeah,
writing them down.
some version of hot or not.
May I share an idea that I had eons ago that doesn't fucking matter, but I thought would have been so genius at one time?
Yes, and then I'm going to share an idea with you.
Okay.
You know, there's that episode of Friends where Ross keeps claiming credit for shit that never happened, and
Yes.
he came up with the phrase "got milk."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably similar to that, but anyway, you do your thing.
Yes, I think it's very similar. So it's so simple. It's an app that you scan when you go to a coat check. And so you would check your code in at this place, and then
Right,
it would like draft a number, and then the coat hooks would sync to the app, and then they would like label on the coat hanger the number.
right,
So then they would go hang up your coat, and then only you could get it back with your phone because so my cousin, this was based off something my cousin did, which I thought was so genius. The little tag that they give you at the coat check, she would take a picture of it with her phone because she's like,
right.
how many of these have I fucking lost in the bar?
Yeah, no
And then
kidding.
I'm the asshole waiting at the end of the night trying to reclaim my coat. And I've been that asshole before too. And this is what spurred the idea. As I was like, there's got to be a better way to do this, you guys. God. But then you're relying on like a lot of electronic equipment that could fail, or like people maybe don't have the means to invest in this kind of technology. And so little paper tickets still work.
Yeah, but I think you're onto something here because that is you're kind of eliminating it because you don't think everyone would want it or need it,
Mm-hmm.
but you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't. I think it's a great idea, and you just class it up a bit. So now this is for like black tie events and shit like that and stuff
Right.
where people
Or
aren't
like
going to want to
wedding
carry around.
venues
Yeah,
could do such a thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because all you're looking for is chargers for the hangers
Yep.
and then some sort of signal device to communicate the QR code from the phone to the hanger or whatever. I don't know what
Yeah.
it looks like, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I saw a really cool one. It was a rotary phone
Okay.
that gets sent to your wedding, and you'd say put it on a table
Yes.
next to like maybe your candy table or something like that,
Yeah, people set them up in like these cute little,
or booths or
like
something.
almost, yeah, like a quiet area where you can actually hear. Yeah.
So you pick up the phone and you leave them a message on the phone that they can
Hmm.
listen to later. And I was like, man, that is such a genius idea.
Yeah. So on Temu, you can buy the phone. It's like at $1,000 to buy the phone, and then you have that business all of a sudden
Yeah.
because you own the device that does it. And I was just like, oh, don't waste your money, Jenna. You don't need this. You don't need another business idea. But I was just like, that's so genius for that reason. Because, like, who doesn't want this kind of memory?
Yeah.
I think the reason a lot of people get videographers, I shouldn't say a lot of the reason, people want videographers because they want to record what people are doing, what they look like, things like this. Obviously, videographers do a wonderful job making it so cinematic and beautiful, like beyond belief. It's so many hours go into wedding videos.
Yeah.
So I'm not like cutting it down in any way whatsoever. This is like, I would say, a dumbed down version, like to put it crass, crassly. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, is so that you could still like hear somebody's voice. You know what I mean? I think of my
Yeah.
dad, I have like videos of him at our wedding, and I watch them every once in a while just so that I can cry. Uh, and it's the best because I'm like, "Ugh, if nobody recorded this, like I would never see it again. But like I
Hmm.
get to hear his voice, mannerism, things like that. So anyway, it's not it's more than a recording, obviously, but like just to hear someone's voice sometimes is like really uplifting, you know?
Yeah. It makes it feel like they're talking to you. You're not just reading their handwriting or looking at a
A
stupid
picture,
muggle photograph that
yeah,
doesn't even move. Like,
still
ugh,
a
what's going
still
on?
photograph.
Yeah.
Ugh, not even alive.
I can't believe we
God.
haven't cracked that code yet. I remember
Magic.
like when we were posted in PEI,
Mm-hmm.
I had this great idea for a ring that you could wear
Mm-hmm.
that's like connected to your partner's ring,
Oh.
so that you could like Morse code back and forth or whatever, something, whatever, some
Oh
sort of
wow.
some sort of a communication, so that like when you're apart for a long period of time, you can sort of let them know you're thinking about them or whatever, something
Okay.
like that. And now, of course, there are smart rings.
That do
So
such a thing?
just like smart watches, you wear them, they give you all kinds of health feedback. I don't think they do
Oh.
necessarily the communication thing, but
Yeah.
it's, I mean,
They're analyzing data.
it's the same principle, right?
Okay.
Not a giant fucking bracelet that you have to wear, a nice
Yeah.
sleek discreet ring,
Yeah.
but
Not like the Whoop,
this is
for
my version
example.
of got
Not
milk.
that I
Yeah.
like, I've never used the Whoop, so like I don't know, but yeah, some people don't like the bracelet or whatever, so I get
But
that.
yeah, I think that's a great example of an amazing idea I had. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry that I have zero ability to capitalize on, but I gotta like get those feelers out there, see who wants this gold mine, you know?
Yeah, somebody be calling you next week. They'll be like, "We heard your idea, Colin."
What are your ideas? And then I'm gonna, when Will Ferrell takes over in the office and he thinks
Oh
Andy's the
my
funny
god,
guy,
D'Angelo.
make me laugh. And I'm gonna be trying so hard to come up with ideas, and it's gonna be the worst. It'll be like Kevin.
Brutal. Yeah.
Everyone thinks A1 is the best spot because it's first. But what you need is C3 because that's where the eyes go. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, Kevin.
He cracks me up.
Like, one of his most notable moments is when he spills the chili.
Oh my god, yeah.
And he's just scooping it right back into the pot off the carpet. You're just like, oh man, if this were real life, like this character would definitely do that. Yep.
Sorry, I just
try and pass
realized
it off.
I want people. You have to share with us your great ideas.
Yeah,
I
that would
want to
be
hear
great.
I want to hear the stuff that you guys are coming up with, because I
Mhm.
think, and it doesn't have to be
We
like
need to
inventions or
capitalize
anything.
off your
Yeah,
ideas. Yeah. Okay.
it could just be it could just be funny thoughts or interesting questions. But yeah, what are your ideas, especially like the ones you're a little bit ashamed to admit?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Like the ones that
let's.
you're like maybe a little embarrassed, like wouldn't
Mm,
tell someone else about
yeah,
it.
people might think you're dumb if you say it out loud. I just put myself out there in a huge way. Okay, guys, I think you can do the same. Let us know.
This is a safe space.
This is, well, yeah, it won't sound
It's a
safe at
safer
first.
space than other places.
Yeah, it won't sound safe, but we do love you. That's the
Mm-hmm.
takeaway, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah,
All of our listeners. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
most of them.
Most.
Mike's on
Most?
thin ice.
Mike.
Oh, Mike cracked me up. Mike Thomas. Listen to this.
Okay.
He listens. He's a faithful listener.
He is a faithful listener.
He said he said that the Last Supper joke that Megan told was hilarious.
Okay.
So we got to pass that on. Trying to find the one
Also,
where he called
Megan's
me an
great.
ISIS fuck.
Oh, nice. Great. Mike, mildly aggressive, bro.
Yeah, I was pretty hurt.
Oh.
I didn't want to tell him to his face, but I was like, man, I don't
We'll
know.
tell him indirectly through the podcast. Directly, indirectly? Is he listening live, you think? Could be crazy. While Colin is thinking, I have this squishy thing. Do you ever just find something that is like the texture is like very, maybe it's one of these sensory things, like some people are like certain things have a texture that's like really nice and some
Yeah.
things have a texture that's not so nice. Like I think slime and I'm like, no thanks, I don't really want that in my hands, but this has like a spongy squishiness to it and it's like almost soft. Feels like a cloud. I stole it from the kids.
What is it?
Uh, just like a fidget, I guess, a
Yeah.
fidget type thing. Like it just.
What did you hear from me? Because I feel like
Oh,
we
did you cut out
overlapped.
perhaps?
Yeah, we both cut out then.
Dang, you said
Did you hear the text I read from Mike?
no. No, I
Okay,
did not.
he wrote, "You didn't make a chore chart for Jenna's kid, you ISIS fuck."
Love it. Anson will be. I'm trying to think of how I can relay this message to Anson in a PG way.
Yeah, just say one of my friends got mad at me for not making him a chore chart.
Oh,
He'll be
yeah.
he'll feel so vindicated.
He will. Yeah. And do you know what
I
lives
fucking
on
knew
our
it.
we now have chore charts.
Nice.
Yeah. They're on like on magnet clips on the garage door
Oh, smart.
because our fridge doesn't magnet.
Oh, interesting.
The side does, but not the front. So we had them on the side, but then you can't see the whole thing. It's like
No.
blocked by the cupboard, the structure around the fridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, can't think of that word. Panel? The panel. Yeah.
Panel.
Anyway.
Pan.
Anywho, man.
Pan. Yeah, the trick is to give them cash. If you don't give them cash, you're not reinforcing the chore chart.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
Unless you weren't planning on reimbursing them for their efforts, but maybe when they're older. If it comes to cash, just make sure it's cash and not just a fucking tally in a book somewhere.
Yeah, a number on a wall. Yeah. Oh man. So like William really raked it in at his first communion, right?
Yeah, it felt like a bar mitzvah. He did so good.
And it was cute. You were like, he was trying to figure out how much money he had, and like he was trying to do the math, but like the number was like probably like to him probably a really big number, and he
Yeah,
was just like impossible. Like you could see it in his eyes. He was just like, that's not the number. No.
that's so funny.
Um, but yeah, Anson was like staring at him. He's like, "You got this much?" And then he got more, and Anson was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm sure he's gonna be asking for a first communion now. Can
Oh
I
my
have my
God,
first
yeah.
communion? Yeah.
He's not even interested in the first
In the
communion.
religion?
He's
Yeah.
like, this is a fucking cash cow.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What
And be
an
like, what?
enterprising young man.
He is quite, yeah, he's interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start calling him Richie Rich or Scrooge McDuck or just some funny rich names, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to introduce him to all those characters later.
Who are some of your inspirations? Wow, let me tell you.
Well,
Oh man, that's so
yeah,
funny. Yeah, it was
yeah.
William's first communion on the weekend, so that was a pretty big to do. And he scored big. He was ushered into the communion of the faith with quite a haul of cold hard cash.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt this way, but a friend asked me yesterday how it went, and I was like, it was so adorable. The kids took it like they were all very serious about it, and not like in pardon my use of the language, but like a militant way. It was
Yeah.
like it was like a fun
Yeah, it wasn't
event
like pageant
for them.
moms.
Yeah, like it was an exciting event for them, and I think they grasped like the importance of it as well. And I mean, if I think everyone like it seemed like everybody who was there kind of participated in some way in addition to being part of the communion.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I feel like
but
that
yeah,
procession, like all the kids you mean, were involved.
yeah,
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 yeah, they made them
they were
all.
all into it.
One of William's friends, Wyatt, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Hmm.
He was so cute because he did one of the readings, the responsorial psalm or something like that.
Hmm.
But his volume slowly got louder and louder as his speech ran out, and he finished like at a pretty good volume. And it just he did it during the rehearsal too, and it was so funny. But he jumped off like Ace Ventura, jumped off the little stand away from the
Oh, I didn't
microphone.
notice that. Yeah.
He did it much bigger during the rehearsal, and I was sad that he
Nice.
didn't do it again. But man, yeah, they were really cute, all of them.
Yeah.
There was those two fucking gangster looking twins holding the
Hmm.
sign, so everyone knew to
Uh,
read.
you'd mentioned them, and I was trying to think of like what it reminded me of, and that movie that Tom Hardy is in.
The Cray brothers.
Yeah,
It's
a
it
hundred
is it
percent
Legends or Legend?
legend. Yes,
Legend,
that
yeah.
sounds familiar.
I come here for a proper fucking fight. Yeah, I honestly thought the same thing. These two little kids were identical
Legend.
twins. They were wearing these blue suits with white Converse high tops and gold chains. They
Yeah,
looked exactly like little British gangsters. It was really
little
awesome.
gangster kids. Yeah, and the mug on them too. They were just
No,
like
they stood up there.
stone
Yeah.
cold, stone face, stone whatever. Yeah, they were
They
so
looked like
serious.
they just said, "Would you say to me?"
Right.
But for the entire time they were up there, it was
Yeah.
really funny. They were
Hmm.
deeply uncomfortable.
It was resting bitch face, whatever the guy equivalent of that is.
Resting. I've heard asshole or dick face. I think.
Dick
I don't
seems a bit
know which
aggressive.
one's
Asshole seems
preferred.
aggressive.
A bitch is pretty aggressive.
Resting dude face. I don't know.
Well,
So, resting bothered face is the term that Vanessa Van Edwards uses, um, and it's like her politically correct
right.
version. Yeah. Actually, she's a repeat guest on the Diary of a CEO. She was on
Oh,
again
dang.
recently, and I want to listen to it. I just haven't taken the time to. But I'm like, my girl, Vanessa.
I'm halfway through an episode on Diary of a CEO with
Yeah.
a monk,
Oh my gosh.
Buddhist monk?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Sounds legit.
Yeah, we should let Sean know. He'll be
Oh,
interested in that. And then
yeah. We could
this guy's
talk
got
about
some
it next time he's on.
interesting views, but
Of the
I don't know.
world.
He breaks bricks and shit. I haven't got to
Oh.
that part yet, but I'm really excited. I love live demos. Really sells me on what you're saying, you know.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch the Shopping Channel growing up
Oh my god.
for that reason?
You get hooked, you get sucked in, you're like, tell me more. What else can it do?
Yeah. You're like, wait, what?
Oh.
I remember watching that, and maybe I was like cynical at a young age because I remember watching it and I'd be like, it's fake. Especially like
Yeah.
the cooking ones. I'm like, oh yeah, the pan roast is already complete, not like it's been sitting there for hours.
The ones where they're
I don't
always
know.
cutting shit with knives, like they're just like little kitchen swords.
Yeah, the like,
No, I felt that way too.
yeah.
All the I guess like the last real sort of infomercial stuff that I really remember is the ShamWow guy and the Flex Seal stuff.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Flex Seal. ShamWow. I mean, who could forget
No, who?
ShamWow? And the OxyClean man, like
Oh, that's the one.
when
That's the
he
one.
fucking died, dude.
What did he die
Spoiler
from?
alert. Heart attack because he was fucking yelling in commercials for years.
Just
I don't
huffing
know.
OxyClean? Is that a thing?
OxyClean. Like he yelled into the television, but that was like part of the whole thing, right?
Oh, Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. Billy Mays here. Can you pull up a video?
I will.
So
I just want to
nostalgic.
figure out.
Kids
why he
today will
died.
never understand.
Known for his ads in which he shouts the attributes of OxyClean.
Was that the AI summary?
No, this is from a CNN article.
Oh my god. CNN reporting. Oh man. I mean, we talk about how we're reporting the most important news on the internet, but CNN. They're known for that.
He died
Billy Mays.
during a plane landing.
What?
Mays was on
Like due to the plane landing?
this is weird. Mays was on the U.S. Airways flight from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Tampa on Saturday that had a hard landing at Tampa International Airport when the plane's front tire blew out. There were no reported injuries. According to
But
a
then
local,
he died?
Mays said, all of a sudden, as we hit, it was just the hardest thing. All the things from the ceiling started dropping. It hit me on the head, but I got a hard head. What? It doesn't say.
Was this just like
Oh no, he died in his sleep.
that
So,
night?
this is what the article makes it sound like.
The article is, did he get a fucking concussion from the shit falling from the ceiling?
That sounds like it was like a brain injury.
So like it was an undiagnosed
It occurred a day
injury.
after his flight.
Did his family sue the airline to try and prove it was connected? Oh my god,
There's a
this could
strange
be,
angle to the story.
yeah.
After the landing, Mays told a local TV reporter, of all the things from the ceiling started dropping, it hit me on the head, but I got a hard head. Later that night, according to police, Mays told his family he wasn't feeling well. He went to bed around 10 o'clock, but never
That's a
woke up.
concussion, bro.
Yeah.
No? What year was
Yeah.
this?
2009.
That was like right when concussion talk started, no?
Yeah.
Not talk like T-O-K, like T-A-L-K. People didn't talk about concussions before this time. Had to be
Concussion
clear
talk,
because
yeah.
you know
Just
that's
a bunch of
probably a
people with
thing.
TBIs.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder if they performed an autopsy.
They did. I'm gonna look into that in a second.
Oh
But
my
first,
god, Colin, thank you. He's like, I need to know the full details. What the fuck? Billy Mays?
Billy Mays, 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 Billy
you
Mays,
hear this?
Billy Mays, Billy
Yeah,
That's
you
the
could
worst
turn that
one.
into like a wicked like. Dun, 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 dun,
Here we go.
dun, dun,
This is from
dun,
12
dun,
years
dun.
ago.
It's amazing. Watch how OxyClean unleashes the power of oxygen, making tough stains disappear like magic without fading or bleeding the colors. For pet messes, OxyClean is a must. It goes deep down below the surface to get rid of the stain and the odor. Have you ever spilled chlorine bleach on your colored clothes? Well, OxyClean is tough on stains without the damaging effects of chlorine bleach. If you save one pair of jeans, then OxyClean has paid for itself. Some clothes say no chlorine bleach, but OxyClean safely removes the stain, even on babies' clothes. It's the stain remover for the things that you love. Add a scoop of OxyClean to every little laundry. It'll boost the stain removing power of your detergent.
That wasn't as yelly as I thought it was gonna be.
Some of them were. Some of them definitely were.
OxyClean guy, cause of death.
OxyClean guy, cause of death. He's been reduced to OxyClean guy.
Well, Wikipedia says after an initial autopsy, they stated that Mays suffered from hypertensive heart disease and that heart disease was likely the cause of his death.
Likely, but unconfirmed.
Yeah, this is
Just saying, it's very
complications from
sus.
heart disease. This was likely an overdose on cocaine. What? Oh
What?
my god, the story just gets wilder and wilder.
Is this like a Reddit forum? They're like, I was at that dinner with Billy that night. I know what happened.
So this is the Billy Mays article on Wikipedia, and it says he died at age 50 from complications of heart disease. This was likely from an overdose on cocaine. Damn.
Where did cocaine come into this? This is like a plot twist I was not expecting.
So this came out in August of that same year, so like a month or two after he died.
Okay.
The county medical examiner previously determined that the bearded boisterous TV spokesman had a heart attack in his sleep. While heart disease was the primary cause of his death, the medical examiner listed cocaine as a contributory cause of his death. Cocaine use caused or contributed to the development of his heart disease and thereby contributed to. So it might not have been just from that night. He
Oh
was
my
not under the
God.
influence of cocaine when he died.
He was?
He was not.
He was not. Okay.
So it wasn't
Well, then
why
it
he
couldn't
died.
have been. Yeah.
But they were saying that for his persistent use of cocaine in the years leading up, it helped contribute to the hypertensive heart disease.
The issues. I see.
Yeah, and then maybe that's why he was yelling all the time. He just did a quick
He's just
bump and then all right, action.
OxyClean. So it says he's buried at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Pennsylvania. How come I didn't think to stop there when I went to visit Frank
I
Lloyd Wright's Falling
cannot
Water?
believe this is another national treasure so close. What a missed opportunity.
I truly, I can't believe
Won't be
I
making
can't
that
believe I
mistake
never
again.
looked this up. Yeah.
So
It's
next
just
time
truly sad.
you go see a different Andrew Lloyd Webber. Am I saying that correctly? I get it wrong every time.
Every time, yeah. I don't know who is Andrew Lloyd Webber. We've talked about this before.
What's the real name?
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Fuck. Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Lloyd Webber is like a
English composer and impresario.
There you go.
Phantom of the Opera.
That's
Cats.
it. If you go to another Frank Lloyd Webber,
Frank Lloyd Wright. Yeah, yeah.
Frank Lloyd Wright. I don't know why I do this every time.
FLW.
FLW. If you go to another flow joint, you have to see which other national heroes are buried nearby.
Truly, yeah.
That'd be the weirdest thing to do. I
Some
I'm
people are into that kind of stuff. So it's interesting you bring this up because a podcast I was listening to recently, they were talking about how Hollywood is dead. Like it evacuated in the pandemic, big time.
yeah.
And then there were like acting strike or
Oh
writing
yeah,
strike,
yeah.
maybe
The
both.
the Screen
Script.
Actors Guild.
Yes, so they were on strike for quite a long time. So that didn't help. And then um just like everything has dispersed so much, like it's not centrally located in Hollywood anymore. People go off on sets all over the place, blah blah blah. So it's not like the hub of film like it used to be.
Apparently, it's
So
ridiculously expensive. Sorry, ridiculously expensive to film in LA, and that's why they keep going to
other
other countries
places.
and stuff.
Okay. Interesting. Well, it's
Apparently,
probably
just to get
part of it.
onto a studio lot, there's like I don't know some ungodly number. I can't remember what I was watching, but they were
Millions.
on a location somewhere discussing that. Anyway, you were saying?
The fires didn't help, of course.
Oh, that's right.
And so the two people on this podcast were talking about how, like, why aren't they turning it into, like, why aren't they doing tours? There's so many notable places, like historically significant for film locations, like beyond
Oh
just
yeah,
the
yeah,
Hollywood sign,
yeah.
which obviously everybody knows. And also, did it at one time, was it Hollywood Land
I
or was that
think so.
pretend?
I don't know. I
Okay,
will double check, but I
thank
feel
you.
like I've seen that too.
But there's a cemetery for sure, but there's probably more than one where all of these famous actors are buried because they live there, they work there, they died there, and they're buried there. And so they were saying like they should do tours of the cemetery and just like be like this is their final resting place or like this is where they lived. And I mean it's hard to do because of the fires now, I guess. A lot of, unfortunately, buildings have been um, destroyed, but the ones that still remain could present themselves, like there's so much history.
Yeah,
And nobody, I guess nobody is banking on it, taking advantage. What's the word?
capitalizing.
Capitalizing. There you go. A synonym for all of those things I just said. um yeah, and they could be, and I just thought that that was like a very interesting perspective. uh how many people do I know want to go to a cemetery and see like where Marilyn Monroe's buried? I don't know, but I'm certain there's a lot of people who would. So yeah, it's just like what a curious idea. And perhaps that could be a thing everywhere in the world. Just be like, this famous person is buried here. Go check it out. Call it
Or
like
like
a
you said
zombie
too,
walk or something.
like or this iconic scene from this movie was filmed here. That
Yes.
kind of thing too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was called Hollywood Land. The
Was.
sign was called Hollywood Land. And the
Okay.
reason why is because there was a housing development in the hills above the Hollywood district of Los Angeles, and the owners, the developers, called that development Hollywood Land.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then there's a
And then
whole
the
other
sign
history
came
there.
later, I guess.
And then, well, they put the sign up Hollywood Land to advertise for
To
their.
advert. Oh, and it stayed, but then they ditched the land, I guess, at some point. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a whole
Oh.
history of deterioration and restoration, and there's a list of
Oh.
donors from 1978. So I think, yeah, after a while, they're like, Hollywood's fine
Hmm.
with that.
I wonder if there's like remnant letters somewhere that's like LAND. Somebody has them in their garage or something.
Mm. So the original 1923 sign was presumed to have been destroyed until 2005, when it was put up for sale on eBay by producer entrepreneur Dan Bliss. It was sold to artist Bill Mack, who used the sheet metal as a medium to paint the likenesses of stars from the golden age of Hollywood, which is the 1910s and 1920s.
Wow.
In August 2012, Mack constructed an exact replica of the letter H from the metal. In 2012, Herb Wesson and Tom LeBong of the Los Angeles City Council presented Mack with a certificate of recognition for his restoration efforts and preservation of the sign.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
quite a
there's
history. But anyway,
yeah. I it's almost, I don't want to say it's too long ago. It hasn't been that long, but it's been long enough that to have sort of like a historical walk of Hollywood
yeah.
would be a thing. I think there's another one of our great ideas. It's not even my idea. I stole it from another couple podcast people, but it just got me thinking. I know in Ottawa there's like and other cities I'm sure too, Salem probably, the like haunted walks.
Oh yeah,
You
Kingston
like
has one.
there you go. So like you could have them anywhere. Like anywhere that's been around for 100 years probably has some sort of tale of ghosts or haunted house or something. And anyways, it just yeah, more great ideas on
Yeah,
which we cannot capitalize because we don't know how.
we don't know how.
Yeah.
Fuck. There was something I was trying to do and I can't remember what it was now. Anyway,
Ah, shit.
it's not
Sorry.
important. We can do it next time. Hollywood land sign.
So this man, sorry, if I understood correctly, he rebuilt the H
Yeah,
because it was destroyed or damaged or
I
something.
think he used the like he salvaged the original letters to remake one of the H's. Is what I
Okay.
understood. To
Okay.
remake the H, an H. Makes me
Nice.
think that the sign that's up there now is not the original, and that makes sense because it would have been updated and
How possibly could it have survived this long, right?
that long. Yeah, it went up in the
Hmm.
70s. It's been a long time, 50 years. It's
Just
crazy.
sheet metal floating up there in the
Light
winds.
bulbs.
Yeah. It is lit.
Yeah, there's like something like 4,000 light bulbs. There
It's
were,
like a marquee sign type thing. Is that correct?
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
under the marquee lights,
Voila.
Lukenbach, Texas.
Dang.
William Whalen and the
Oh my god. It's
boys.
been 58 minutes
Whew. Time flies by when you're talking about signage.
when I'm just hammering on blah
Just,
blah blah.
just riffing. Okay, well,
Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah.
let's leave it there. Frank, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting involved early in the episode, being on
Yeah,
the
thanks,
chat.
Frank.
The rest of you is don't be afraid to hop on board and get involved. Let's make this a nice interactive experience.
Oh my god, Frank also I think would love to interact with some other friends,
Yeah.
not just us. Yeah.
And if we get multiples on, we'll start inviting people to come onto the show live.
Oh,
and,
that would
and,
be
and come on for a few quick minutes, share your thoughts, and then we'll let go and then judge you mercilessly for
wicked.
whatever you've decided to share with us.
Your great ideas, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll delete all the evidence and then take credit.
Yeah.
We made it.
That's the real guys behind this show.
We're the Gilderoy Lockharts of this fucking business.
Oh my god, speaking of which, we just finished book 2 and I didn't forget Gilderoy Lockhart, but like being reminded of him, I was just like, oh man, what a douchebag character that would be in real life, you know? Just like what a fucking
I don't understand how people
POS.
handle people like that. I would be rolling my eyes so hard I'd get a headache. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
There's
Yeah.
zero chance. Zero
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
And on that
Great.
disbelieving note.
Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you,
And
thank you, thank you.
till next time. Toodles.